the tooltips, right? So it's a Tableau 8.3. Okay, so in Tableau 8.3, if you place any dimension, and if you place any measure, so if I place my over on any data point here, what the Tableau is showing? Tableau is showing as a tooltip, right? So if I go to tooltip here, so in Tableau, up to Tableau 8.3, the tooltips are not that much faster. Up to Tableau 8.3, the tooltips are not that much faster. Okay. So if you hover any data point, if you hover any data point, it is taking some time to respond. Okay, it is taking some time to respond to give that particular the tooltip value. Okay, to give that particular tooltip value, it is taking some time to respond. Whereas from Tableau 9, we are having two types of tooltips. Okay, the normal tooltips and the responsive tooltips. For example, if I drag the customer name, I'm adding the same, and I'm taking the profit. Okay, now say immediately after placing my hover, it is showing us what? It is showing us the tooltip. Okay, so just observe the change. If you see here, if you hover, it is taking some time. It is taking some time to respond, and it is giving us what? And it is giving us the the tooltip value. Whereas from 9, we have a new feature known as the responsive tooltip. Just simply by hovering, by placing our hover, it is showing us what? The tooltips. If I click on tooltip, here we're having a new option. Okay, see here, responsive. Okay, show tooltips instantly. So they are known as instant tooltips. It's a default option, and if you click on drop down, okay, on hover, show tooltips on hover. It is the option which is coming from Tableau 8. Okay, till Tableau 8 we're having this option. Okay, normal tooltips are the option from Tableau 8, and the instant tooltips are the new option from Tableau 9. It is a new option from Tableau 9. Okay, this option is not available up to Tableau 8.3. Okay, and also if I place my point, if I place my cursor here, it is showing us keep only or exclude, or here I can able to create a group, or here I can able to create a set, or here I can able to view the data, right? So now here, how to hide these commands? I don't want to keep only or exclude or group or set. So how to hide these commands? So if you want to hide these commands, we go to tooltip. Here. We are having an option called as what? Okay, here by default is include command button. Just uncheck include command buttons. We hit OK, and you select any data point. It is not showing us any keep only or exclude or some other options. Okay, so in that way we can able to hide what? In that way we can able to hide the command buttons of the tooltip also. Okay, yes, right. Make a note. In the tooltip scenario, make a note. From Tableau 9, to improve the tooltips behavior, from Tableau 9 to improve the tooltips behavior, from Tableau 9 to improve the tooltips behavior, Tableau has added responsive tooltips. Tableau has added responsive tooltips, within brackets instant tooltips, in brackets instant tooltips. Next note. To hide the command options on the tooltip, 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 Select any data point in the tooltip. Select any data point on, sorry, to hide the command options on the tooltip. Select tooltip. Select tooltip. Select tooltip and uncheck. Select tooltip and uncheck include command buttons. Select tooltip and uncheck include command buttons. Select tooltip and uncheck include command buttons. And uncheck include command buttons. Okay. It is an important entry question. Okay. So how to hide? Okay. How to hide the tooltip option? So how to hide me just simply by unchecking what? Unchecking include command options. Okay. So it's all about the tooltips, guys. Okay, it's all about the tools. And also, if you go to tooltips here, we can able to insert some other options like the data connection name, data update name. For example, let me insert the data connection name here. The other things we can able to insert are the data connection name. Just hit OK. So now see it. What are data store? Superstore. Let's go to tooltip, and here we can able to insert. Okay, the data update time. So what is the meaning of data update time? The time at which the data got updated. Okay. So first time here I have connected at 7:30, and if you perform refreshing, okay, if you perform refreshing, it is going to show us what? That refresh time. Now again, just go to tooltip. Now here if I click on insert, here I can able to see what? Sheet name and also the workbook name. We can able to display sheet name here. What is sheet name? Okay, sheet 1, and what about the workbook name? 1, and we can able to show the page count. Okay, page name. What about page count? Let me show the page count. Just hit OK. Now you see here, how many pages we're having here? Okay, only one page. So just go to the tooltip. Just go to the insert. Here I can able to show like page name. Just click on the page name. Just hit OK. So you see here it's not showing us any page. Let me do. Just hit OK. Now this here it is not showing us any page name here because here we are not having any pages, right? Next, insert page number. Just hit OK. So now we're in the okay. So when we get the page, if we drag and drop any field into the pages, we can able to get what the different pages, right? Here we are not having any pages, so it is not showing anything. Next, insert. We can able to show here the default caption, the default title, and full name as well as what the username. Let me click on the full name. Insert full name. Hit OK. So okay, now it's showing my name here. In that way, we can able to show. In that way, here we can able to show. Okay, the required things. Okay, the required things on the tooltip, but it's not required. Okay, but all these things are not required. Okay. So only thing is how we can able to build the tooltips in most efficient way. Okay, like in the form of the descriptive tooltips, like showing stars, like showing bars. They are very very important. So it's all about tooltips. Next, trend lines. Next scenario. Next scenario, trend lines. I think it was the previous scenario. Scenario number 20. Scenario number 27, trend lines. Okay, these trend line. Okay, for forecasting and trend lines, you will get the nodes. For forecasting and the trend lines, you are going to get the nodes. Okay, so these trend lines are also known as best fit lines. These trend lines are also known as what? Best fit lines. Why? Because these trend lines, okay, these trend lines they can able to identify okay, the data trending of the existing visualization by adding what? By adding one line. So if you want to add any trend line, if you want to add any trend line on both the axes, we used to have either number or date. Okay, on both the axes, we used to have either number or okay date. So in Tableau total we are having, okay, in Tableau total we are having 4 different trend lines. What are they? Linear, logarithmic, exponential, and the exponential. Okay. So let's say for example, here I am taking continent and the sales. Is it possible to add the trend line? Here is it possible to add the trend line or not? Okay. Right click on it, go to trend line, click on lines. See what the message. Trend line cannot be computed. See, typically axis should be either a number or date. Here what I'm having the textual data, right? For textual data, how to add the trend line? We cannot add, right? For textual data, we cannot add any trend line. If you want to add any trend line, both the axes which have numbers. Here I'm having, and here what type of data here I'm having? Here I'm having the textual data. Okay, so if you want to add any trend lines on both the axes, we still have what? On both the axes, we still have the numbers. Now let's say I'm taking order date. Now it's possible to add the trend lines also. Yes, now it is possible to add the trend lines. So how to add trend lines? Right click, go to trend line, show trend line. Now here I can able to see the trend line. Why? Because here on both the axes here what I'm having, on both the axes here I'm having okay number as well as what year. So now here if you click on the trend line, we can able to see the trending. Here we can able to see what? Here we can able to see the okay trending. So here as you know total we're having 4 different types of linear trend models. Okay, sorry, we have 4 different types of the trend models. They are linear, logarithmic, exponential, as well as what polynomial. In linear, Tableau will make use of the slope-intercept formula. So what is slope-intercept formula? Y equal to x plus c. I kept that notes in the blog in my FTP, right? So I'll download that notes. Wait, I'll show you. The trend models is there in the FTP case. Concept analysis in the Tableau. This document will help you with the different math models. Okay, it's a kind of the mathematical knowledge. Okay, so in the linear, okay, like we used to have linear increasing and the linear decreasing. When we call it as linear increasing, means if my slope is positive. When we call it as linear decreasing, means if my slope is negative. Okay, so the equation is y equal to mx plus b, where m indicates what? Slope, and what this y indicates the field on the y-axis, and what about x indicates field on the x-axis, and what about b? B is the constant value. So if you see here on my y-axis here, what I'm having? Profit. So if you see here this trend line equations here, profit equal to y equal to mx plus c. So m is a slope, so which is 482801 into x. On the x-axis, what I'm having here, okay, plus, and here we are seeing some value like minus 9.6947 in exponential 08. It indicates what? It is a constant value. Okay, so it is a formula in the linear model, and here we are seeing something called as the trend bands. Okay, so how to hide these bands? Right click, go to trend lines, edit trend lines. Here it is showing what? Okay, confidence band. Just uncheck this confidence band. Just hit OK, and it will show us only the okay lines. Let's see whether we have these confidence bands in Tableau 8 or not. So in 8, how to add the confidence bands? Drag here, drag sales of profit. Okay, here how to add? Right click, trend lines, show trend lines. Now if you right click on this, go to trend lines, click on edit trend lines. Here I'm going to show confidence bands. Just click on apply, click on OK. Okay, these confidence bands are also one from Tableau. Okay, these are there in Tableau 8 also. But from Tableau 9, we have a new feature known as recalculated lines. If you go to the Tableau 9, okay, if you go to the trend lines, we go to edit trend lines. Here we're having an option called show recalculated line for highlighted or selected data points. What does it mean? For example, if you click on this data point, here Tableau is showing us the trend line for which point? The selected data point. See here, just look carefully. If I click on this point, your Tableau is showing us the trend line for which point? This selected data point right here. Okay. So in this way, Tableau can able to dynamically calculate the trend lines. Okay. In this way, Tableau can able to dynamically calculate the trend lines from Tableau 9 with the help of what? With the help of the recalculated lines. Okay. Up to Tableau 8.3. Okay, we could say that these trend lines are static. Okay, we could say that these trend lines are static because once if we add the trend line and if we select any data point, the trend line it won't change. It is showing us still the same trend line. Okay, if we want to calculate the trend lines for the selected data points up to Tableau 8, it is not possible. From Tableau 9, with the help of what? With the help of the recalculated lines, we can able to calculate the trend lines dynamically. Okay, we can able to calculate the trend lines dynamically. And next if I right click on, and if I go to trend line, click on the edit trend lines here. By default, it is giving us a linear model. So what is the degree in the model of this linear? 2. Always in the linear, logarithmic, and exponential. What is the degree? The degree is 2. And the polynomial, the maximum degree is how much? In the polynomial, the maximum degree is 8. So after adding the trend line here, we have one more option called as describe trend model. It is very, very important. Let me show you the trend model once. Okay, let me show you the model once. See here, which model here? Linear trend model is computed. Okay, linear trend computed here. You see here in the model formula, it is showing the formula as what? Year of or date plus enter. Okay, so here where the people will confuse. Okay, here where the people will confuse. Just simply already showing year of or date plus intercept. So it is here this intercept means which intercept?